What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we'll be taking an updated look at the shipping situation surrounding Kanye West's current Yeezy and Vultures merch, as well as what the heck is going on with the current Vultures Volume 2. Now before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats who's been cooking up the beats for these videos, so make sure you guys check him out. And while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all of my chefs in there. Now it's been about a week since my last Yeezy merch update video in which I talked about the current struggles most of us are facing regarding shipping times and lack of communication for this Vultures merch. And while the majority of my comments were from viewers and fans like myself patiently awaiting any kind of updates on the merch, it was to my surprise just yesterday that I posted the following poll in which I asked you guys if you've been receiving your merch. And although your boy here is going on nearly 4 months without a single merch update or tracking information, to my surprise, a lot of people were commenting as well as voting in the favor of actually receiving their pieces. And while the Yeezy team has not formally or publicly made any kind of statements, we do have the following screenshot from another customer in which they acknowledge that they're currently working to catch up on orders, which honestly is a great sign and is the first time I've seen anything professional from this team. Now, if you've been following this Vultures album rollout and subsequent merch drops, then you're probably also aware that Ye and his team have removed the Yeezy pods as well as the original pieces from Yeezy.com. And while there hasn't been any official communication from either Ye or his team, I really want to believe it's because they're focusing on fulfilling those original orders and making sure that those of us that ordered all those months ago finally receive it. Now, if you're on the fence about picking up the remaining pieces online, we've got our first little review of the $20 black hoodie, so let me know what you think.
See that? Time to unbox the $20 item. So here's the fit. Good quality for what it is. Has no branding whatsoever, but it's 20 bucks. What do you expect? I'm probably gonna add a kangaroo pocket. For 20 bucks, I'd recommend it. This is the smallest size they had. As you can see, it still fits oversized. The hood, as you can see, it's small, but you know, who really puts the hood on? Personally, I like it. I'd recommend it. Good blank. All right, thanks.
Now, although I'm not the biggest fan of how high up this piece is actually cropped on the waist, I do think for $20, picking up this piece is a no-brainer, and if it wasn't for how long these pieces were taking me, I'd probably invest myself. Now, as far as the Yeezy Gasha Black Dog merch collection, unfortunately I haven't seen any actual fans post these in hand. However, I have seen confirmation that these are starting to ship out. And it was while I was doing my research on these pieces that I came across this video from one of these Kanye fan pages in which a bunch of these randoms have the merch in hand already, which I guess is good for them, but kind of annoying for everyone else that actually paid for them. And if nothing more, at least this video gives us an idea that pieces are being produced and also gives you an idea of what it looks like on body. Although I totally get being upset that they're giving them to these random people and not us fans. Now, with that being said, I do want to mention that every single day I have been receiving more and more comments on my most recent videos as people have been mentioning that their pieces have started to slowly trickle in. And while I don't think these pieces are being shipped out in any particular order, I want to believe it's because of people like me making these videos complaining that we put some pressure on them and at least are trying to hold them accountable. Now, according to an insider from Kanye's team here, he goes on to mention that Ye's focus is now on separating the music from the merch, which may have something to do with why this rollout has seemingly stopped. Because if you don't remember, we were supposed to be vibing to Vultures Volume 3 as of yesterday, and as you can tell, that's clearly not happened. Now, with all that being said, and although I'm hoping to avoid spreading negativity, I have a really bad feeling that this Vultures Volume 2 and 3 rollout has kind of stopped, as it was just last week that they were teasing upcoming listening parties, only to hastily be taken down with no further mention. And the same goes for the alleged concert that was supposed to take place at the Pyramids, which, at the moment, feels like it's more likely going to stay cancelled like the previous listening parties we saw advertised. Now, with that being said, I am still crossing my fingers that one day Ye will release volumes 2 and 3 along with this dope red Vultures merch which we originally saw at the Las Vegas listening party. And although I've definitely checked out on these Vultures merch drops as I haven't received anything yet, I am really hyped for all of the fans that have been receiving pieces, and I hope that each of you get some good news very, very soon. Now, unrelated to the Vultures album rollout, I wanted to also highlight this very rare Ty Dolla Sign L, in which he was spotted supporting the Diddler aka Diddy in his Instagram comments, so do with that information what you will. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. I think it's painfully obvious from my tone that you can tell I'm definitely not happy with the shipping times that we've seen as part of this $20 merch collection. But I want to remind myself and all of my viewers that it's just that, a $20 merch collection, so we really can't expect that much. But I'm also a real one and I get everyone's frustration, so trust me, I get it. Now, as always guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen. Remember to stay safe out there, and as always remember, it's lit. Straight up. And peace.